The S24 Fan Edition has leaked. Well, the pre-order page is leaked. So if you don't know what a fan edition of a phone is, pretty much what they do is they take the most expensive model, so let's say the 24 Ultra, and they go ahead and make a cheaper variant of it. Usually they use cheaper materials, they might take away 1, 2, 3, 4 features, but they give you really the bulkshare of what you want out of the 24 Ultra, and they put it into a smaller phone that costs a lot less and is a lot more affordable. So that's the whole purpose of a, quote-unquote fan edition, is just making it a little bit more affordable for the general public while you're still getting some features that you love from the flagship device. So this comes out every single year. Last year it came out at a price tag of $600. This year it's coming out at $650. So $50 more, which it is what it is. Definitely one of those situations where it's like, I wish they kept the $50 less. It's not a huge deal, don't get me wrong, but especially when it comes to these type of phones, usually this is for a market who wants to save as much money as possible, wants to go for a budget option, so that's why they go for this phone, right? They could go for the more expensive flagship, but they rather just go for the lesser expensive variant. Now, with that being said, this is what the pre-order page entitled: a 10 megapixel front camera, a 12, a 50, and an 8 on the back. You have a ProVision engine chip inside, and to be honest, it has AI. Any phone nowadays has AI. I mean, the iPhone 16s come out and they have Apple Vision. Every single Galaxy phone's going to have AI. Any phone's going to have AI. I mean, AI now is like the just common thing. I would say 120 hertz refresh rate for cell phones is also a common thing, but that's not really a common thing yet. Mainly because Apple came out with their brand new iPhone, and their base lineup does not have 120 hertz. Every Android phone's going to have 120 hertz across the board, but 60 hertz is still kicking around because of Apple. Who would have thought? Apple, the company that is a little bit, takes some time to unveil some features that Android had like 70 years ago. That's usually how Apple works. Samsung gets a feature, Apple 5 years later goes, "Oh, we could do that too." It's the most comical thing of all time. But again, like I said, at the end of the day, it's going to be cool. I'm excited for this phone. I'm always excited for all the fan editions that come out every single year. Not a phone that I personally go for, like actually pick up myself, but it is a nice little alternative for people who want to get some more flagship features and actually be able to kind of have that, idea of the flagship phone, but they don't want to spend the flagship prices. Because if we're being honest, phones cost way too damn much. Like, overall wise, they do. And I'm saying that coming from a guy who buys every single foldable phone possible. But reality wise, once you get above $1,000 and you get into that, 11, 12, 13, that's way too much. For the average consumer, I'm starting to realize more and more. I've changed my tune on this. That's way too much for the average consumer. Usually, nice price tag range around $600-700. Last you a couple years on that cell phone, you're rocking and rolling. Once you get to these flagships that cost way too much money, and I'm not even talking about foldable phones, I'm talking about just regular phones at this point, I get the point. So, definitely interesting. This is not going to come out, or actually not come out, it's going to be revealed until Thursday. So tomorrow we're going to get the actual information about this and see this phone. But as always, there's always seems like nowadays there's some type of leak or some type of early drop where we get some information and we see some things. So hopefully, this phone is all it's cracked out to be. As always, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.